Hello, I'm Laura. It's June 27th, 2026, and these are the Saturday Heartlines. The Saturday Heartlines are a time of looking at the theme and topics of the past week to see what message arises for us today. And the theme has been and still is letting in the light. And the message that comes out of this past week's topics is letting in the light by being the light and sharing it with others. We began on Sunday by celebrating the solstice and Father's Day. We celebrated the light of the sun and the light that is in the fathers and father figures of our lives, the light of love from which we have learned so much, both in their mistakes and their failures. Our fathers and father figures have given us a way to be who we are and to keep growing and learning in our own lives. On Monday, we looked at the message of the reflection pool in Washington, D.C., which started out with the intention of being a beautiful thing for the 250th anniversary of the United States and has turned into a big mess because Mother Nature wasn't considered. And she filled the pool with algae. And to mitigate the algae, hydrogen peroxide was poured in, which peeled up the paint. And then people were blamed for vandalizing the pool without evidence. So the message to be still in the midst of difficulty, to be clear about what the truth actually is in a situation, and to be clean in our integrity in approaching that situation are important things to remember. On Tuesday, we looked at getting straight with the Strait of Hormuz. Is there a peace agreement? Is there not? Is the strait open? Is it not? Well, at this point in time, it seems the strait is open, even though ships taking the wrong lanes, the wrong travel lanes, have been fired upon by Iran. So the saga continues to unfold in that arena. In the meantime, we can hold world leaders in our hearts who are negotiating for a greater peace and hold the light of wisdom in our hearts as well as being part of what they are doing and being part of our lives and guiding us in what we do. On Wednesday, it was a heartwarmer as we honored the opening of the Obama Center in the south side of Chicago, because it is a center that bridges political boundaries. It is a center for young people to learn and grow and to play in its playgrounds. It is a center for people to look, yes, at nostalgia, but not so much at nostalgia, at the possibility and hope in the future that we can grow into a country that truly fulfills on the freedoms that it stands for. On Thursday, we looked how to be cool and stay cool. As a heat wave grips the northern hemisphere, we looked at the importance of being quiet and still, of finding our places of cool retreat, of doing practical things like staying hydrated, and of sharing what we know with others on how to be cool and to conserve energy both in ourselves and in our environment. On Friday, we looked at the light of love as we hold the people of Venezuela in our hearts, and we send forth that light both through our good thoughts and prayers and through our actions in contributing to those organizations that are now helping those people. And some of the good things that we see unfolding is that more than 17 countries have stepped up to send people in to help. And we are coming together in this crisis as one world. Today, that gives us a beautiful message of holding the light in ourselves, of grieving with others in the midst of their crisis, and of sharing the light that we have, the gifts we have to give with others to create a world of greater unity and hope. So let's begin that process right now in a moment of silent contemplation. Let's take a deep breath and close our eyes and hold to this prayerful thought. I hold a vision of the people in my world filled with the light of life, wisdom, and love. As I let that light in me direct and motivate my words and actions. I hold a vision of the people in my world filled with the light of life, wisdom, and love. As I let that light in me direct and motivate my words and actions. And so it is. So the light of life, wisdom, and love, this is what can bring us together as a humanity, both in crises and in celebration. And my light of love goes out to the people of Quebec who celebrated St. John the Baptist Day this past week, as well as the people of the Islamic culture who honored Ashura, a time of remembrance and fasting and celebration. So these holy days, important in these cultures, are felt by all of us because we all share the same light of life, wisdom, and love. Thank you for sharing your light with me today, and have a wonderful day.